The Lakota Sioux invented the teepee, and all teepees are made of bison hides. By the time the European immigrants arrived, the Sioux invention had spread throughout the continent. Teepees were used mainly by the Plains Native Americans, such as the Lipan Apache, Comanche, and Kiowa, after the Spanish introduced horses into North America about 500 years ago. Plains Native American groups moved across the Great Plains following migrating herds of bison that ranged from Canada to Texas. The word teepee comes into the English language from the Lakota language. The Lakota word teepee means dwelling, or they dwell. A teepee was built using a number of long poles as the frame. The poles were tied together at the top and spread out at the bottom to make an upside-down cone shape. Then, the outside was wrapped with a large covering made of bison hide. Welcome, students. Today, we're going to be making a teepee. And I've got all the supplies that I need. I've got crayons, I've got a marker, I have a pipe cleaner, but you can use a string or a rubber band, whichever you prefer. I have a sheet of construction paper. I selected orange, but you can use any color. And I also went out on a scavenger hunt, and I picked up 5 sticks. All right, or I'll call them twigs. I have 5 twigs that I've cleaned, and I made sure that I picked the ones that were the straightest. All right, so I could tie them together with no problems. All right, let's get started. Since a teepee is made of a buffalo's hide, they had to sew them together. So in order to give the illusion of a buffalo hide that has been sewn together, I'm going to draw crisscross lines all over my paper. And since they were sewn together, I want to give that appearance too. So I'm going to draw small curved lines all throughout the sheet of paper along the lines. All right, looks pretty authentic to me. So next I'm going to color each panel, but I'm going to kind of use more natural colors. I'm going to use a darker orange, a little darker than the paper, and I'm going to use a brown color. All right, because I want it to look like it's been patched together. There goes my brown. Okay, so I'm going to use the brown, and I'm going to use an orange that's a little bit darker than my paper, and I'm going to use a white crayon. There we go. All right, next I'm going to draw blades of grass at the bottom. Small ovals at the top. Alright, and I'm going to shade in the bottom kind of green, so it looks like short grass. And at the top, I'm just going to draw a few birds, maybe 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 triangles for the wings. Alright, and a crescent shape for the head. Alright, I'm going to draw or fill in the inside. Alright. And I'm going to spread the wings out a little further. I want my bird to look like it's in all the stages of flight. Oval and then a crescent shape for the head. Alright, so now I have the covering for my teepee, and what you're going to do next is you're going to turn your paper over and you're going to fold it in. Take your thumb and your index finger, you're going to fold it over, leaving enough space at the top to put your sticks through once you finish. Alright, we want to make sure we have it in the right spot here. So what I'm going to do, unfold it, I'm going to put a little glue down, and as I usually do, I say 1, 2, 3, enough for me. I'm going to do that one more time. 1, 2, 3, enough for me. Alright, put the top back on. I'm going to refold it. Alright, I'm going to refold it. Leaving an opening at the top and leaving an opening at the bottom. Alright? And that opening at the bottom is going to be our doorway. And I'm just going to hold this down for 3 or 4 seconds. It seems to be sticking. And this is what you're going to need help with this. So you might need your parents to help you with this. You're going to take the scissors and you're going to trim the bottom, because as you can see, it's pretty uneven at the bottom since I've turned my paper into a cone. So we want to even off the bottom so it sits upright. Alright, so our teepee sits up. Okay? Now, I'm going to put that aside. We're going to take our sticks. And although I have 5 sticks here, I think I'm going to only use 3. So I'm going to pick the best looking sticks that I have. I like that one there. And I am going to tie them together at the top. So I'm going to make sure they're even at the bottom. I'm going to tap them on the table. Okay? And I'm going to take my pipe cleaner. I'm just going to tie off 1 stick, and I'm going to wrap it around the rest. There we go. So it's all wrapped. And as you can see, when I open it up, they stick together, all right, and they create a triangle or a cone or pyramid shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it through the top, or if I don't push it through the top, I can drop it through the top, depending on how large your hole is at the top. All right, and here we have our teepee. Thanks for watching.